Jasmine Crockett has filed paperwork to run for Senate in Texas. I'll repeat that just in case you didn't believe me the first time. Jasmine Crockett has filed paperwork to run for Senate in Texas, and she might be the front runner among Democrats. We expect a formal announcement from her in the next hour. Now, this comes days after the Supreme Court signed off on a new congressional map that would have created 5 more right-leaning House districts across the state, and it would have really written Jasmine Crockett out of her inability to serve in the United States Congress. Now, who is she running against? Well, this morning, former congressman and previous candidate for Senate in Texas, Colin Allred, also a football player from Baylor, out. He dropped out. That leaves one of our favorites here at the Will Cain Show, running against Jasmine Crockett. It is noted moralist and liar State Representative James Talarico. Talarico saying, quote, "We're building a movement in Texas fueled by record-breaking grassroots fundraising and 10,000 volunteers who are putting in the work to defeat the billionaire mega donors," parentheses, insert from Will Cain, "who I also take money from." James Talarico taking big money from billionaire donors while saying getting billionaires out of politics. He says his movement is about unity, though, over division, unifying with billionaires. Congresswoman Crockett is welcomed into this race. So here it is, Crazy Crockett versus Liar Talarico. And the big question, does either have a chance to win the United States Senate seat? Joining me now is GOP consultant Vinny Minchillo on set. Vinny, this is something. It's really something. Jasmine, let's just try it on.
Yeah.
Senator Jasmine Crockett.
We've seen crazier, but that's pretty crazy stuff. I mean, she is just, she knows how to raise hell and raise money. Those are her two best qualities.
Have we seen crazier? I challenge you, Vinny. Come up with another senator that would outrank Jasmine Crockett on the crazy scale.
I don't know.
Senator Crockett.
It'd be awfully good TV, I'll tell you that.
Okay, let's start this one step at a time. Do you think Crockett can win the Democrat nominee for Senate? Would she beat Talarico?
She's a much better primary candidate than a general candidate, because I think what she can do is she can basically run a Mamdani campaign. I think she believes she can activate a big sleeping Gen Z group that's out there. So I would expect to see her do a lot of that stuff, to complain, to reach out to Gen Z voters and go, there's no matcha at Starbucks, and that's Donald Trump's fault. You should vote for me. Yeah.
Well, okay, we can say this right now. It would look like early polling, and this was theoretical polling when nobody was in yet, basically, would say that Crockett is above Talarico. He has no name ID. Nobody knows his name outside of the people who watch the Will Cain Show and know him as a noted liar and hypocrite. However, nobody really knows who's prepared to go to the voting booth. But they do know Jasmine Crockett because of moments like this.
I know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
This ridiculous tyrant is trying to do everything that he can to break our democracy.
It's Ted Cruz. I mean, this dude has to be knocked over the head, hard.
Timu Hitler in the White House right now that thinks that he is going to become the dictator of the United States.
Now, Vinny, I mentioned that she polls preliminarily above Talarico.
Sure.
But she polls behind all the Republicans, including Wesley Hunt, Ken Paxton, and John Cornyn.
Yeah, and I think what you just played there is one of the most important things in this campaign, is that she's done all the hard work. There are hours and hours and hours of video of her saying crazy things. So you talked about, how do we attack a woman? How do we attack a black woman? You don't. You let her do it in her own words. And she's really done all the hard work.
Well, I think that challenge you said, how do you attack a black woman, is a challenge for James Talarico. Yeah. He's got a real problem on his hands because he can't alienate the progressive base that he would need to then turn out for a general election. But it would be a neat trick. It wouldn't be a neat trick. It would be a surprising, shocking, and horrific twist that Crockett could actually become a United States senator. But you got to have your hat in the ring to win the fight.
And she's going to go after him right away. It'll be negative to begin and all the way to the end.
Talking about Talarico.
Absolutely.
Going after Talarico. Yep. Okay. Jasmine Crockett, welcome to the Senate race. Vin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.